In the annals of Pakistani legal history, Constitution Petition number 2 of 2022 stands as a landmark case. It sparked intense debate about the delicate balance between adherence to procedural rules and the safeguarding of fundamental rights. At the heart of this case lay the Supreme Court Bar Association of Pakistan's review petition, a legal maneuver aimed at revisiting the court's earlier judgment. The significance of this petition cannot be overstated. It raised kritilustidamisam ledasalle silal kibo saru disanu isan starishula saimonins ibu tediqua deustra the scope of the court's review powers and the importance of ensuring a fair and just legal process. The petition brought to the forefront the tension that sometimes arises between the strict application of procedural rules and the pursuit of justice. The court's handling of this case would have far-reaching implications, shaping the future of judicial review in Pakistan. Public interest in the case was immense, as citizens and legal experts alike awaited the court's decision with bated breath. The outcome of this case would resonate beyond the confines of the courtroom, influencing the public's perception of the judiciary and its role in upholding the rule of law. The Sabab's review petition challenged the court's interpretation of Article 63(1)(p) of the Constitution. This article deals with the disqualification of parliamentarians. The SCBAP argued that the court's initial judgment had significant legal flaws and could have adverse consequences for Pakistan's democratic framework. The petition represented an effort to correct what the SCBAP perceived as a miscarriage of justice. It highlighted the critical role of the review process in ensuring the accountability of even the highest court in the land. The SCBAP's petition was not merely a legal document, but a testament to the ongoing struggle to uphold the rule of law in Pakistan. It underscored the vital importance of an independent judiciary in safeguarding constitutional rights and freedoms. The petition also served as a reminder that the pursuit of justice is a continuous process requiring constant vigilance and a willingness to challenge even seemingly settled legal precedents. One of the initial hurdles the SCBAP had to overcome was the delay in filing the review petition. Procedural rules in legal systems often impose strict timelines for filing appeals or reviews. In this case, the SCBAP's petition was filed beyond the stipulated timeframe. This delay became a point of contention, requiring the court to weigh the importance of procedural adherence against the constitutional right to seek a review. The court, in its wisdom, recognized that while procedural rules are essential for the orderly administration of justice, they should not become insurmountable barriers to accessing fundamental rights. The court acknowledged the extraordinary circumstances surrounding the case, which contributed to the delay in filing. This decision reflected the court's flexibility and its willingness to look beyond rigid procedural technicalities when justice demanded it. However, the court did not condone unnecessary delays in legal proceedings. It emphasized that the exception granted in this case should not be misconstrued as a license for laxity. The court underscored the importance of adhering to procedural rules in general, reminding litigants and lawyers of their duty to respect established timelines. The court's decision struck a balance between upholding procedural sanctity and ensuring access to justice. The court's decision to condone the delay was significant because it recognized that batati kanan exceptional situations require a nuanced approach. It demonstrated that the court, while bound by rules, also possesses the discretion to deviate from them in the interest of fairness. This flexibility is crucial in a system where upholding fundamental rights remains paramount. The court's decision set a precedent for future cases where procedural hurdles might impede the pursuit of justice. Central to the Eskibab's petition was Article 188 of the Constitution of Pakistan. This article enshrines the Supreme Court's power to review its own judgments or orders. It essentially grants individuals or entities a legal avenue to seek a second look at a case, especially if they believe the initial judgment was flawed or if new evidence has come to light. Article 188 is a cornerstone of Pakistan's judicial system, reflecting the principle that even the highest court is not infallible. The right to review under Article 188 is not absolute. It is subject to certain conditions and limitations as prescribed by the court itself. The court has, over the years, developed a body of jurisprudence that clarifies the scope and application of Article 188. This ensures that the review process is not misused or invoked frivolously. The court's interpretation of Article 188, in this case, was crucial in determining whether the Eskibab's petition warranted a full hearing. The court's decision to hear the review petition reaffirmed the significance of Article 188. It sent a clear message that the court is open to revisiting its own judgments when compelling reasons exist. This openness to review is essential for maintaining public confidence in the judiciary. It demonstrates that the court is committed to self-correction and to refining its understanding of the law. By invoking Article 188, the SCBAP brought into focus the ongoing dynamic between precedent and evolving legal interpretations. The review process serves as a mechanism to ensure that judgments remain relevant and just in a constantly changing legal landscape. This case underscored the crucial role of Article 188 in upholding the integrity and accountability of Pakistan's judicial system. Section 4, Grounds for Review. Beyond mere disagreement, a review petition is not simply an opportunity to re-argue a case or express dissatisfaction with the original verdict. The court has established specific grounds on which a review can be sought. These grounds include, but are not limited to, the discovery of new and material evidence that was not available during the original trial, a misinterpretation or misapplication of the law, or a clear error apparent on the face of the record. The SCBAP, in its petition, had to demonstrate that their case met these stringent criteria. The court, in its examination of the review petition, emphasized the importance of detailed and well-reasoned arguments. Simply asserting that the original judgment was wrong is insufficient. The petition must pinpoint the specific errors of law, fact, or procedure that allegedly occurred. This requirement ensures that the review process is not misused to relitigate issues already decided or to make frivolous claims. It also highlights the need for thorough legal research and analysis in preparing a review petition. The Eskibab, in its petition, meticulously outlined the grounds for review, focusing on what they perceived as significant legal errors in the initial judgment. They argued that the court had misinterpreted certain constitutional provisions and that this misinterpretation had led to an incorrect decision. The petition presented a detailed and cogent legal argument, demonstrating that the SBAP had done their due diligence in preparing their case. The court's insistence on detailed reasoning underscores its commitment to upholding the rule of law based on sound legal principles. By demanding rigorous argumentation, the court ensures that its review powers are exercised judiciously and only in cases where a genuine miscarriage of justice may have occurred. This approach maintains the integrity of the review process and preserves the finality of judgments, except in extraordinary circumstances. Section 5. PTI's objections, procedural irregularities, and bias allegations. The review petition filed by the SBAP was met with objections from Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf or PTI and Imran Khan's legal team. They raised concerns about the petition's admissibility, particularly focusing on the delay in filing and the composition of the bench hearing the case. These objections reflected the high stakes involved and the potential ramifications of the court's decision for all parties involved. One of the primary objections pertained to the delay in filing the review petition. PTI's counsel argued that the SKBAP had failed to adhere to the stipulated time frame for filing such petitions, rendering it time-barred and therefore inadmissible. They contended that allowing the petition despite the delay would set a dangerous precedent, undermining the importance of procedural rules in legal proceedings. This argument highlighted the tension between procedural rigidity and the pursuit of substantive justice, a recurring theme in legal systems worldwide. Another significant objection revolved around the composition of the bench hearing the review petition. PTI's legal team expressed concerns about the inclusion of certain judges on the bench, alleging potential bias or a conflict of interest. They argued that the presence of these judges could compromise the impartiality of the proceedings and potentially lead to an unfair outcome. This objection underscored the importance of perceived neutrality and impartiality within the judiciary, crucial for maintaining public trust in the legal system. These objections raised by PTI's legal team were not mere procedural technicalities. They represented fundamental concerns about due process and the right to a fair hearing. Their arguments highlighted the importance of ensuring that legal proceedings are not only perceived as fair, but are in fact conducted in a manner that upholds the highest standards of judicial integrity and impartiality. The court was tasked with carefully considering these objections and providing satisfactory responses to address the concerns raised